Okay, everyone. So this tutorial, I'm gonna show you how to transfer your photo reference onto your watercolor paper, and then you will be ready to paint. Okay, so if you remember the previous videos, well, I have prepared my photo reference in Photoshop. I kind of play with the proportion and then play with some of the facial feature a little bit with the the transform tool and also the liquify tool. So this is the result of my photo reference, and I printed out. So with this printout, what I did was I kind of gently tape to both the corner onto a piece of A4 size watercolor paper. Okay, so this is what I'm having, and then the next thing that I will do is let me flip it over. I will kind of put a layer of graphite on the back of the photo reference. So I will use a 4B. You can use a 2B or HB. It's up to you. Depends on how harsh that you push down, you know. So I use a 4B. So I just want to make sure that for the demonstration, you can see a clear result. Usually, I'm not going to use something that that's soft. I will probably use a HB or B or something like that. Okay, but I want you to see a clear result. So what I recommend you to do is, well, for this process, you can try to use a B or a 2B, you know, something that's kind of in between, you know, not too soft, not too hard, okay? So I got my 4B pencil kind of like gently, right, covering the whole back of the page, okay? So now it's all covered. And then if you want to have a slightly more even type of effects, then you can have a little piece of you know, like tissue paper or like a cloth. Then you can kind of like rub the graphite, you know, a little bit more firmly on the surface of the back of your photo reference. Okay, so now it's done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip it over. Okay. All right. So now, yeah. So now it's flip over back to the original look. And what I will do is I will have a piece of pencil. You can sharpen it a little bit. And I have a lighter type of a pencil, a 2H pencil here. So what I will do is I will go over the print and press on some of the area that I want to transfer on my watercolor paper. Say the contour of the face, right? It's very important, yeah. Contour of the body. Some of the separation of the light and the shadow. You don't have to do anything that is like detail rendering or anything for this process. All you gotta do is to do something that is more like big shapes, okay? Big lights and shadow shapes, okay? The more lights and shadow shape that you break down, the easier it is for you to paint with the watercolor on top later on, okay? So, yeah, just keep on tracing it, okay? Keep on tracing it. Keep on moving, keep on tracing. Okay. Yeah, when you do it at home, you can kind of trace it on a flat surface. So that will probably be easier for you to make it more accurate. But now I'm recording it, so I have to stand it up on top of my easel, So that will make it a little bit more difficult for me, right? But I mean, like if you're doing it at home, then you can really just trace it on top of your table. That will be much easier and a lot more accurate. Okay, so maybe some of this little area, right? I want to trace that as well, some of the shadow area. Okay, all right, good. So let's take a look. All right, maybe some part of the ear here. Okay, good. The sideburn of the hair. Okay, good. So let's take a look. You see, so now we have something traced it here with big shapes and everything. Okay, so you see what I'm having here, we got some dirt and stuff on it. You can simply touch it up, right, with your eraser, kind of clean up some of the area that with the smudge on it, clean it up a little bit. So with this, clean up, okay, you're good to go. You're ready to paint, okay? Yeah. So this is so far. Yeah, so far so good. I think this is what I wanted. And the reason, I mean, one last note, and the reason for the results of this tracing look a little dirty is because that I was actually using 4B. It's a very soft graphic pencil. So because of the softness, sometimes when I have my hand rest on it and press down, it will make an impression on the watercolor paper too. So you gotta be careful, and that's why I recommend you guys to really use a B or like a 2B, something that's less soft. Okay, so well, great. This is what we're having for the tracing results, and then we're ready for the next video. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna approach the painting with watercolor. Okay, so we got the next one. Don't miss it. That's the meat and potato there, guys. Okay, great, fantastic. So this is what we're having. Yeah, makes sense. Let's take one more look. Okay, this is my tracing results. Okay, great, thank you.